that's left for me is here in this eternity of isolation.
Hi everyone! So I actually didn't film anything at all yesterday, so this is automatically day 2. We're on day 2 of 2 days. Can't remember what day of lockdown it is. It's like 40 something. 42, 44. Yeah, I just didn't feel very well yesterday, and I thought I would just chill out and not film. I'd like play video games. So I played Assassin's Creed for like several hours. And today I'm gonna do probably something similar to that, but I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, see Paul, get some food. I'm feeling much better today. I'm still like a bit choked up, but I'm fine. Yeah. Got Assassin's Creed going, and Daphne's doing her own parkour up here. She's made a little seat for herself up in this top window. How did you do that? Daphne? What are you doing? It's kind of impressive. She thinks she's an assassin, an assassino. Hello. How's your work going?
It's good. I'm looking at an animal farm meme.
An animal farm meme.
Yep.
Good for you. Okay. I've got my camera all set up in the kitchen because I wanted to do a fancy dinner today and show you guys how I cook it. It's been a really quiet couple of days, so I was struggling to think of something to pop in the video that would be like cool to watch and interesting for other people. So I thought I would show you guys my homemade dumpling recipe. So I've got a bunch of ingredients to make the stuffing for them, and I've got pre-made dumpling wrappers which you can get at Chinese supermarkets, which are still open. Our Chinese supermarkets are still open in Edinburgh anyway. So the flavour of dumpling I'm going to make is a vegetarian chicken and sweet corn flavoured dumpling, and I'm going to make mine a little bit spicy, but that's optional. I'll show you what you have to take out to make it not spicy. It's really easy. So I've got this vegetarian pulled chicken. That's going to be the main ingredient. And I'll show you guys the rest in a second because I'm waiting for the kettle to boil and it's really noisy. Alright, so I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff now. The first thing was the pulled chicken, and you just need to cook that to the package instructions basically. The only reason that we're using a vegetarian pulled chicken is because I'm trying to use up stuff from the freezer into something tasty. So we had the chicken and sweet corn and the little dumpling things. So if you wanted to make it with real meat, you just need to use 300 grams of a minced meat. You can make them with beef or pork is probably the best ones. And pork's definitely the best one. But you could do minced chicken if you're able to find minced chicken. And I've never heard of anyone doing it with lamb before, so I probably wouldn't do that. But pork's the most authentic kind of Chinese filling for these kind of dumplings. We just don't have any in the house right now. I'm trying to use up frozen stuff. So, cook your frozen vegetarian chicken or whatever it is. If it's vegetarian, I need to cook this as it's frozen, but if you've got minced meat and it's not frozen, just leave it how it is. Just leave the mince on its own. And if it's frozen mince, defrost the mince before you make the mixture up. We've just got regular wonky sweet corn, and I've got that defrosting in hot water right now. You need garlic or garlic paste or some kind of garlic flavour is really important to make it delicious. I would have put spring onions in this if we had spring onions, but we don't have any right now. So I'm just going to have to put in onion granules to get a bit of onion flavour. And we don't have any fresh ginger either. I don't think we do anyway. I'm pretty sure we've run out of fresh ginger. So I've got ginger, ground ginger. I'm going to put a bit of that in. And then you need a bit of like, you dress it a little bit to give it like a sort of, it's not saucy, but it flavours the meat. So you need a rice wine. We've got cooking sake. But any kind of wine, if you don't have like fancy Asian wine, you can just use regular white wine. but we're using cooking sake. And then you need light soy sauce and dark soy sauce. So we have these. Oh, these are both light. Oh my god, wait a minute. Emergency. Food emergency. Where's the dark soy sauce go? Oh no, are you going to see inside our shameful cupboards? Oh my god. This isn't what I anticipated happening today. There we go. Dark soy sauce. We do have it. This is open. Right, anyway, let's not dwell on that. Dark and light soy sauce. If you've only got one type of soy sauce, just use the one type. It's okay. It's really easy to like adapt the recipe to whatever you have because you're just making a little mincy filling to put inside a dumpling filling. It can be anything you want it to be. But in case you're the sort of person that like needs a recipe and you don't like the sort of like having to be creative, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing. So you can just copy it if that's what you want to do. Chili oil. This is what I'm going to use to make it spicy. Oh, can you see my... Oh, look at that. You can use vegetable oil, sesame oil, whatever kind of oil, but I'm using chili oil to make it spicy. And then you need salt, sugar. It could be any kind of sugar. It could be like castor sugar or a brown sugar if you really wanted. But that's all we've got. And last but certainly not least, pepper. Just a small sprinkling of pepper. So that's what you need. So I'm just going to go away, cook my meat, fake meat, and then I'll come back and then show you the measurements for everything. Alright, so I've got my fake chicken cooked and it's cooled down a little bit now, and I mixed in my sweet corn. So I'm going to just start to add in the seasoning items now. I need to get a tablespoon. That's a tablespoon. And a teaspoon. Ooh. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Okay, so the first thing is 2 tablespoons of water. Hang on. Okay, 2 tablespoons of water. So here's 1, 2. Okay. We need a tablespoon of rice wine. So this. Now I understand why those cooking shows have like 8,000 tiny bowls and it's all already out. Just one of that. Yep. And then 1 each of the soy sauce and the dark soy sauce and the light soy sauce. So here we go. It's gonna be fun. Come on. That's looking pretty good. A little bit more. And light soy sauce. Here we go. Use my correct hand this time. Alright. Any more tablespoons? Oh yeah, onion granules. There's supposed to be quite a lot of onion in this, so I'm going to just go for it with onion. There we go. Tablespoon of that. Not coming off. Not a problem. Oh, it smells good. Oh, bits of crispy onion. There we go. And a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Teaspoon of sugar. There we go. 2 teaspoons of oil. This is where I'm going to use the chili oil. But it's only 2 teaspoons, so it's not too crazy. The thing with the dumplings is, it doesn't really matter if they're not spicy themselves, because you can just eat them with a spicy dip if that's what you like. So if you're eating with people that don't like spicy food, just make them less spicy and then make a little spicy dip. Right. ginger. 1 teaspoon of ginger. There you go. My spoon's a bit messy now, but I'm sure I'll manage. Oh, it's lumpy. Come on, you. Oh well. Okay, it's a bit messy, but there we go. Okay, so I'm going to stop now because I need to chop my garlic. And then I'll add that in. And that's it, basically done. Alright, I'm just going to chop up this garlic now. So the recipe has 3 garlic cloves, and I'm going to do 4 because I keep one aside for my dipping sauce that I make. Alright, I reckon that will do. I'm just gonna add like 3/4 of this into my delicious mixture here, and then the rest is going in the dumpling dip. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this all together and let it sit for a minute to let the flavours all go through, and then I'll put my dumplings together. Oh my god, I forgot the most important part. Look, the giant pepper grinder. It's just waiting all this time. Here we go. It's meant to be half a teaspoon of giant pepper. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, now it's ready. Okay, these are our dumpling wrappers. Dumpling pastry, Mongli, Shang brand. So, there's different types of these you can get. There's kind of thinner ones which are called gyoza pastries usually. And those don't hold up to boiling very well, but they're still really delicious, and they're like, they go kind of crispy when you fry them. But these are my favourite ones. They're slightly thicker ones, and you can steam them or boil them. They're frozen. So I need to let these sit and defrost a little bit before I can use them. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the filling in and then like fold up the edges, and then they'll be ready to go. And that's it. Alright, so I'm going to begin the wrapping of the dumplings. I've already started. I've got some in the steamer already. So you get them like this in your non-dominant hand. Then you get a little spoon like so, and pop that in the middle of your dumpling. And I'm only going to show you how to do one type of wrapping, okay? Because there's like countless ways to wrap a dumpling. I have this little bowl of water. This is just the way that I found that makes the most sense to me, and I find that it gives you a nice seal that stops water getting in to the dumpling. So you wet the edge and then fold it over like this. Easy peasy. Alright. And then, oh, I've got a little bit in there. You need to pinch it really tight all the way around the edge so that it's properly sealed. And this is just raw dough at this point. Just a nice raw dumpling dough. Okay, so now you've got it pinched all the way around the sides, like that. You could just leave it like that if you're steaming them, that's fine. But sometimes they like bust open, you get a little hole in them, and then they dry out on the inside. And that's not so good. But you can keep it simple and leave them like that if you want to. So this is the way I do it. So I take them like this, and then I grab the corner and I just fold it over. And you do that over and over again. So you grab a little bit and then fold it over. And a little bit, fold it over. All the way around the edge. So you just pinch this and then push it over. And it starts to open up a little bit at the end, that's fine, just squeeze it shut again. Roll it over, roll it over, roll it over. There you go, get a little pointy bit at the end, that's fine. So mine started to rip a little tiny bit there. Hang on. That's just because I didn't put enough fluid on it before I wrapped it over. But it's still pretty nice. And it's basically a Cornish pasty fold. That's what that is. So if you already know how to make a Cornish pasty, you can make one of these. But yeah, there you go. So I'm just going to make a bunch more of those. And then I'm ready for dinner. Okay, I have got my first batch done here, so I'm gonna take these out, and I'm gonna have them with this dumpling recipe, dumpling dip that I make, which is rice vinegar, soy sauce, chili oil, chopped garlic, and chili flakes if you have those too. This is my second batch that you just saw me make here, and when I made this one it was because the dumpling pastry had cracked open, so I folded it up into this different shape so that it covers the hole. So I'm going to pop those on, eat my first ones, and basically what happened with the crack here is that the ones that are on the top and the bottom of the dumpling pastry packet are kind of like a little tiny bit stale, so they crack easier. So I would advise to not do what I did, which was take them out to defrost right at the last minute. Just put them in the fridge like the day before or ages before, so they have a really long time to defrost, so they're nice and soft, because I had a few cracky ones, and that's why I've got a few that are this shape, because they cracked open. But the rest of them are looking good, and I'm really hungry, so I'm going to eat them now. Okay, here's one of the cooked ones. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like when you cut it open. I'm kind of curious too. Let's see how it turned out. There you go. That looks really good and meaty. Okay, anyway, enough of that. I'm hungry. Okay, so these are my second batch of dumplings. I'm going to just put the rest this way and then save it for another day. So a couple of tips if you're cooking these: you don't have to cook them in a steamer. If you don't have a steamer, you can also boil them if you're confident that they're sealed properly and that they're not going to burst open. Or you can pan fry them. So just look up instructions like how to pan fry dumplings, and there'll be really easy instructions for how to do that. But I steamed mine. And another little tip, if you do steam them, what you're kind of supposed to do is get a lettuce leaf and put that across the bottom. It has to be like something that's porous so that the steam can still come through it, but to stop them from sticking to the bamboo. So I just used tin foil. I put a little bit of oil on it and then poked some holes through so that it wouldn't stick, but it still separated it from the bamboo. Yeah, and I cooked mine for about 10 minutes, and that was all it took, because it's already cooked, the meat. It doesn't need so long, but you maybe want to do like a little couple minutes longer if it's a raw mince that you're using. You just need to cook them until they go really glossy and they have kind of a translucent appearance. You can almost see inside them. And that's them done. Right, so it's the end of the day. I finished my dinner. It was actually really tasty. They were nice. So that was a good success. Little freezer creation. And I hope if anybody tries to make it that it goes well. But if you're confused about anything at all, just leave me a comment and I'll reply to you and explain the process better if I've missed something. I'm not like a cooking expert. I'm usually honestly just making it up half the time. So it's perfectly possible that I left out a really important step that I forgot to mention. Yeah, So I'm just gonna hop on Minecraft for a minute. Josie just told me she was on Minecraft. So I'm gonna go on and see how that's going and maybe show you guys our little town that we're making. And then later on I could show you an update, like a progress. So I'm just loading it up now. And then I'll switch to screen recording so you can see, and then hopefully you'll be able to hear Josie too if I get her on Twitch, but I'll tell you what happens. Anyway, see you in a second. Please turn on. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Right, hopefully you can hear me. That's what we're hoping for. Josie, say something?
Hello!
Okay.
Hello!
Awesome. I really hope this is working. It says it's recording, so let's just go, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll try it and fix it for another time.
Okay.
Let's go see.
So, I've actually built 2 new buildings.
Well, this is my house. Wait, I want to show my house. This is my house.
Oh,
Anyway. It's a minimalist, inside a mountain, hollow mountain, glass window, modernist experience. I was inspired by... I don't know who I was inspired by. Someone really famous. Corbusier, there you go.
We can do a tour of, like, Elliot's cave and everything, Rachel's house as well. I think Rachel's gonna join soon anyway, so...
Wait,
oh, no, wait, I went down too far!
You're in my mine! This is my mine.
Oh, right, yeah. You can show them your mine.
Right. I need to go out this way. Okay. Oh,
This is not a very well designed entrance.
No, I know it's not. It's shit. I don't know what to say. Right, okay. Okay, I'll work on that. That needs to be improved.
And
Why
then
have I
Elliot's
got 2 hearts? I'm dying. Oh, for God's sake.
Eat something. I have some rotten flesh if you want.
I don't have any food, so yeah. Oh, I'll go steal Elliot's food. Right, wait.
Wait, Kate here. Just have a golden carrot.
Right. Oh, what? Why is it gold?
Because I made it gold because I'm rich as fuck.
You made it gold.
Katie, I have 50 of these in my hand right now.
Right, so this is Elliot's house. I can't see you anymore. So Elliot, we expect big things of Elliot because he's a video game environment designer.
Yeah, he's a pro.
So he's a literal pro. So he better come back and work on this because right now I can't get up the first stair.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit of a fail, Elliot. Right, anyway. There's his mine. Oh, his
okay, right. Okay, I invite you over to the edge of the cliff here, and you can see on the horizon a new building has been built.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh! Oh, I see it! It's got a tower!
I know! It's a church!
Why are you always building churches? Are you absolute Father Joe?
Yeah, I am.
Right, okay.
But I also need to go and get back my boat, which is at the bottom of the staircase, which is somewhere over here. There's another boat down here as well, if you follow me.
Okay, I'll come. So the dirt tower was Rachel.
Where's this ladder?
That was
there
Rachel. I think
there's a dark oak boat over there.
Oh yes, yeah. So the dirt towers just help us navigate because the spawn point for this server is actually really far away. And this is a boathouse. Right.
Yeah, and Rachel's house. Should we go around Rachel's house first?
Oh, it's glitching. The boat's glitching. Wait, hang on. Oh my god. Yep. Oh no. Oh, Josie, the boat's glitching out really bad. Hang on.
Or Rachel, should we wait for you?
Having technical difficulties with this boat over here.
No. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you just come over to Rachel's house. Like, well, we'll go through the boathouse.
Okay.
And then we'll do a Rachel's house
Rachel's
tour.
house, yeah. Okay, this is a boathouse. Look at all these boats.
Yeah. Oh, you got to a different one.
How are we to get out?
I don't know. You just skipped into another boat. And again. Katie.
So good. Oh, I can't get out though.
I wish you could see this from my angle. It's really good. Get out. Come on.
Okay.
That's a Acacia Bridge. Or a cha-cha, as they call it in the YouTube videos.
They call it a cha-cha?
A cha-cha.
Is that how you actually say it?
Oh, Katie, no, look.
What?
We can't do the tour.
Wolf Tonyland, no Kate's allowed. We can.
No Kate's allowed.
Bust that door down.
You're banned. I'm so sorry. You're not allowed in.
Yeah,
we'll have to look through the windows.
No sign can stop me.
Look, it's got lots of windows that you can look through. Katie, no!
I'm gonna hurt this cat now.
Katie, no, this is Wolf Tony Land. You need to leave.
No, I'm not Katie in Minecraft. I'm somebody else.
It's your name is Hi, my name is Katie.
No, that's not
No,
me.
Kate's loud, Katie.
I'm outside. I'm on the balcony, so technically. Josie, I'm coming for you.
I smacked her off your balcony. I just smack. Katie, get away from me.
I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you. You're getting stabbed.
No, you're not. I gave you a gold apple.
You also slapped me. Where are we now? Oh, is this the same house? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, are we leaving now?
Yeah. As long as you don't hit me with your sword.
I might actually hit you with my sword.
Katie, don't. I'm out of here. You're not allowed in Jolton.
I gently axed you with my pickaxe instead of my sword.
You're so banned. No Katie's allowed. Okay, you know what? I'll show you, but that's just because I'm kind.
Yeah.
First, you have to show them the blacksmith's cottage because it's cute.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. I love all the plants and stuff. It's so nice.
And the decor.
Okay.
Oh, my water's running out. I'll have to refill that. That's strange. And then down here, the old magic trick.
I like the redstone. Oh yeah, the magic trick! Oh, it should show me. Oh, look at that. Look at her going. Right, I'm gonna do it now. Okay, I get in the spot.
Yeah. Do you want me to invite you?
Look at me!
Okay, I'm gonna put my headphones on and then invite Rachel to the call.
Okay. Ooh! Is this how I came in? Oh! Ooh!
That's the exit.
That's the exit, right? I'm gonna come back down again. It's too fun. Oh, I was standing in the wrong place. Oops. There you go. I'm here.
Rachel's just in the room with me, so she can just talk loudly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Rachel.
Hiya.
We're in Josie's cave. Are you in Minecraft? Or are you just on the microphone?
Well, I can't remember how to open it. Did I delete it?
Yeah, it should still be there.
Okay, Josie, show me your church.
Minecraft. Should be done now.
Oh no, it's nighttime.
So it's Minecraft. Okay, Katie. Shall we go sleep? Actually, I don't have. Yeah, I do.
You don't have two. You do have two beds. All right, let's go. How many dogs?
I don't close the door.
5, 6. Josie, this is your future. Oh, cool. Oh, you're fancy. Oh, you've been playing this more than me.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh my god. What have you been doing?
Oh, wait till you see.
Wait till I see. Oh, the church. That's what you've been doing. What nice
Right.
house. You're good at this.
Come on, man.
Do I get down with all these dogs in the way?
Down here.
I was saying a minute ago, but I think my mic went out, how embarrassing it would be if all this screen recording that I've done is just my voice and you can't hear anybody else, so I'm just like a weird, crazy person myself.
That would be bad. And up here we go. This is going to be where the cows and the sheep
Oh,
are.
look at these little edges. What are they made of?
That is trapdoors. I've used them a lot in the whole place. There's some in the stable over there, and there's some inside the church here.
Oh, look at you putting ivy on it. Wow. Red windows. Ooh. What are you doing? Sitting down. What is that?
No, I'm
pose?
just being excited. Leave my trapdoors.
Why? Why?
They're aesthetic.
Have you been to a jungle? How did you do this?
You just take shears to a tree.
No, but like the mossy cobblestone.
The mossy cobblestone, you need to get vines. So if you go over into the swamp and you use shears,
Yeah.
like vines, then you use stone bricks with vines, and it gets you mossy cobblestone.
Oh.
Mossy stone bricks, even.
That.
And if you put stone bricks back into the furnace, it makes cracked stone bricks. So this is made of stone bricks, mossy stone bricks, cobblestone, and cracked filberts.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Is that a new thing? It might not be.
Yeah.
I just haven't played Minecraft in 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things that I just don't know that it does now. So cool. And what's this big flat building? Is it a stable?
Yeah, it's just like the farm, the barn, kind of. Just gonna have cows and sheep. I think the front area is gonna be for sheep, and this area is gonna be for cows.
Wow, this is fancy.
More of the trapdoors.
Oh, a whole other bit, yeah.
The only way out is this.
And the animals can't use it.
Yeah.
Are these little benches?
That's
Little
just roof decor.
stairs.
It's just I poorly planned the width of the building so that there wasn't a center block. But it's just roof decoration.
Ooh. You're building a whole little town over here.
Yeah, Jobleton.
Jobleton Farm.
Yeah.
Cool.
And eventually, in the back, I'm going to build a big giant castle, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
For this
Castle
I know
thing.
it will. It's going to be absolutely tragic. But I feel like, how much does it actually cost for a server? Because, like, I would keep this and then invite Kieran. And, like, me and Kieran would, like, peace.
Wait, so does someone pay for this?
Katie, do you want to get your own goddamn sheep? Get out of there! Katie!
I'm busy!
Get away from my sheep!
I'm just talking
Katie!
to
I'm
them!
picking up your wool. I'm picking up your wool.
Just
I'm
having
picking
a
it up.
friendly conversation.
I'm picking it up. It's fine.
It's too late. I already got 22. I'm off.
Katie!
Okay, bye. I'm leaving now. Bye.
You better.
I'm
And
gonna...
don't take that boat as well, because that boat's mine.
Oh, fuck
Both of
you.
them.
I'm gonna stand on your carrots. Right, I'm gonna
put up a no Katie's allowed sign.
He's a fucking
Fucking
Shut up! Right, I'm gonna stop recording, but I'm gonna stay in the game for a minute, okay?
Okay.
I don't know how to stop it though. Wait, hang on. Okay. Alright, it really is the end of the day now. I'm just gonna head off to bed. Paul's been in bed for a while. He's still working from home. So he was off for 2 weeks for the Easter holidays. And now he's back to doing his work. So he's doing a modern apprenticeship. So he's got like homework and assignments and stuff he has to make and hand in, and then they get assessed by his manager. Because he's learning to be a nursery early years practitioner. Which is really cool. And he loves it, so that's really good. I'm glad that he's got his work to do now. In terms of news and stuff like that, there's definitely been something in the news. The first medical trial in humans started in the UK today, and they've injected the first people with a vaccine, and they are feeling positive about it. But that's exciting. And B&Q has opened again, which is like the best news ever. So when it's the weekend, and it's Friday tomorrow. Yeah, the weekend when Paul's off work, we're definitely going to go to B&Q and we're going to get so much stuff for the garden, and I'm so excited. So that's going to be good. Yeah, the daily death toll's still dropping every day, but that's just because we have these measures in place. If we took them away, it would go back up again. So the Americans, they're like, I'm going to go outside and do what I want. The only reason that it's getting better is because you're staying inside. So you need to stay inside. That's not how it works. Anyway. There's a real crazy protests going on in the States, like huge groups of angry American people that want to go back to work, and they want, to be able to see their families again. And I understand why they want that. I totally understand it. Like, I want everything to go back to normal. I really can't imagine how horrible it would be to be a person who's like lost their job or lost their entire income stream because everything's been shut down. And America doesn't have the same benefit system the UK has. Ours is still crap. Like, ours is also crap, but theirs is like so much more crap. And
the hospitals aren't even free there. So if you get sick, you're fucked, right? Anyway, so I understand, totally get why they're protesting, but the government needs to give them what they need so that they're safe and well provided for at home, so they can be okay until this is all over again, and then they'll get them off the street. And until that happens, they're not going to stop protesting. So yeah. Anyway, things in the UK aren't so bad. We're not having the same protests. Everyone's just getting on with it. I think there's a lot of like secret cheekiness going on, like small scale secret cheekiness. But nobody's being terrible, to be honest. Everyone's mostly following the rules. Yeah, and we're all doing okay. All my family are alive and well. I'm feeling a little bit better today. I've still got a little tickly cough, but it's not serious at all. But I'm gonna be careful. I've not been out of the house for the last few days, and it's 7 days you're supposed to completely stay in the house. So, I've not been out anywhere in public, and I've been in my parents' house and in this house, but I've not been out in public. I've not been to the shops. I've not been like walking out for a walk or anything like that. Yeah. So anyway, that's the end of my video, and I'll see you guys in another couple of days. Have a good night. Bye bye.